delicious.
8 most remote tribes. If you reside in one of the most popular cities in the world, you may not imagine that some people belong to tribes whose homes aren't easily accessible. The truth, however, is that some of the planet Earth's occupiers are isolated from the rest of us. They're living in the world's remote places. Their homes are in places difficult to reach because of geography, while others live there because of their presence for the preservation of their traditional way of life. Some of them are in the world's deepest corners. Others find themselves in the vast, remotest parts of Africa. In this video, we'll show them to you so that you can meet 8 of the world's most remote tribes. 8. Bayaka, Central African Republic. The last of the 8 of the world's most remote tribes we will be discussing here is in the Central African Republic. We are talking about Bayaka in the Southwest Rainforests in the country. They claim to be living by the Jengi, which is known as the spirit of the forest. Another one is the Aya, who has a rich knowledge of herbal medicine, but uses their own language and hunting traditions. They are one of the tribes in this remote area of Africa that make up a population of 500,000. However, their elders now say they cannot teach their traditional skills, as going to the forest is no longer feasible or fanciful because they can no longer go deep into the forest. In the future outlook, as many pygmy communities are losing their traditional livelihoods, they are giving up their lands to conservation projects and logging. 7. Kazakh Golden Eagle Hunters. As we continue this discussion, we land in Bayan Olgi province in Mongolia. This is the home of golden eagle hunters. Eagle hunting has been a part of the culture of Kazakh for more than a millennium. The Kazakh golden eagle hunters use eagles they have hunted down as bait to, in turn, hunt and catch foxes, wolves, and marmots. They also use furs of the prey they catch as camouflages. Boys, starting at the age of 13, can be seen proving their mettle as they carry the weight of a golden eagle. These semi-nomadic people have been moving around the Altai Mountains for over 200 years. They are among the 8 of the world's most remote tribes. Numbering around 100,000 people now, eagle hunters around them remain only around 250. As for their future outlook, there is likely to be a dearth of young men because they are being drawn away. However, females are beginning to break into the masculine-dominated activity to keep such activities alive. 6. Himba herders, Namibia. We are going back to Africa, but not in West Africa, but in South Africa. We are going to be peering into the world of the Himba herders. Does that group name sound familiar? Well, if you are not new to this channel, you most likely have seen our videos about these people. One of them is about their iconic women. If, however, for one reason or another, you have not watched it, please search for it and learn more about this one of the world's most remote tribes. They are the semi-nomadic people scattered across northwest Namibia and southern Angola. They are semi-nomadic in the sense that they can be stationary at times, and that is when they live in teepee-shaped structures, usually built with mud and dung. Something curious about these people is that they keep an ancestral fire burning 24/7 to their god Mukuru. 5. Asaro Mudmen. Surely, there are a lot of the world's most remote tribes in Papua New Guinea. Therefore, don't be surprised if we tell you we are going back to the territory. The location we will be exploring in this country is Goroka, the capital of the Eastern Highlands province of Oceania country. That is where you will find the Asaro Mudmen, the men who are not aiming for anything close to the perfect complexion. These mud-covered people of the Asaro tribe slap on the brown stuff. Why? They believe this makes them resemble spirits, thereby terrifying the other indigenous people sharing the territory with them. One of many isolated tribes scattered on the highland plateau for over 1,000 years, they are isolated by harsh terrain. It is just over 75 years ago that these remote people were discovered. As we consider the future of the Asaro Mudmen, in light of successes recorded in the tourism business, we have reasons to be optimistic. This has enlarged the Asaro Mudmen tribe's potential as a national symbol. 4. Nanette, Siberia. The next of 8 of the world's most isolated tribes are found in an extensive geographical region difficult to reach and tough to live in all of North Asia. That is the land of Nanette in the Yamal Peninsula in Siberia. The tribe is a group of around 10,000 nomads. They are pretty hardy and have moved 300,000 reindeer on an 1,100-kilometer migration, covering an area almost 1.5 times the size of France. This they did in temperatures as cold as minus 50 degrees centigrade. While embarking on their adventurous travel, they move on sledges which are oiled with freshly slaughtered reindeer blood. Their trains stretch up to 8 kilometers long. Despite the discovery of oil and gas deposits in the 1970s in their territory, the people of the remote Nanette tribe are adapting impressively to increasing contact with the outside world. The future outlook for these people shows a trend of dwindling global nomadic groups, yet they adapt well to the natural, social, and political changes around them. 3. Chimbu skeleton dancers, Papua New Guinea. Let us take you back to Papua New Guinea. This time, we're going to Chimbu province. This is the home of Chimbu skeleton dancers, one of the 8 of the world's most remote tribes in the world that we hope to meet. Whatever you may have known about this tribe, its skeleton dances originated to intimidate their enemies. They have other rival tribes in this highly contested territorial country. The Chimbu skeleton dancers tribe are so remote, in fact, only a little is known about their real lives. However, we understand that they live in rugged mountain valleys in a temperate climate between 1,600 and 2,400 meters. The tribe's future outlook is bright. It's gradually increasing in tourism interaction. This is apparent in how dances are started to be done, and more are shown by community-integrated people that they are by more remote traditional setting. 2. Dogon, West Africa. Next, we go to West Africa to meet another one of the 8 of the world's most remote tribes. We'll find this tribe in Mali. We're introducing you to the tribe of Dogon, an ethnic group indigenous living in the Central Plateau region of Mali. The tribe lives south of the Niger Bend, not far away from the city of Madiagara. There are some of them also in Burkina Faso. Altogether, they number between 400,000 and 800,000. Their languages are Dogon languages, considered to constitute a separate branch of the Niger-Congo language family. In other words, Dogon languages aren't closely related to any other languages. These people use ropes made of baobab bark to scale the formidable Bandiagara cliffs in their attempt to collect pigeons or bat guano. These are sold as fertilizers and as tellem artifacts sold to Western art collectors. The future outlook for these people is bright. They used to thrive on tourism dollars, but in recent times, unrest in Mali has reduced visitors to the region. Poor crop harvests are also making life much harder. 1. Huli Wigmen, Papua New Guinea. Let's take you to Papua New Guinea as we begin the search for the world's 8 of the most remote tribes. This is where you'll find the Huli Wigmen tribe. They're an indigenous people residing in the southern highlands region of the country, known as Tari Highlands in Oceania. One popular thing about this tribe is their hat. It's an intricately decorated woven wig. Do you know the material for the production of this hat? It's made from their own hair. Most Huli men have more than one wig. One is for everyday use, while the other is designed for ceremonial uses. The people's main languages are Huli and talk Pisin, while some of them also speak some of the surrounding languages, or English. As one of the largest cultural groups in the country, they number over 250,000. Traditionally, the people mimic the birds of paradise found on the island by performing a classic bird dance. What does the future hold for the remote Huli Wigmen tribe, as they successfully blend their traditional life with modern life? They now wear Western-style clothing. These days, they embrace tourism as a way of sustaining their tradition. We love this intriguing discussion to continue in the comments section. Let's hear what your thoughts are regarding what it feels like to meet these 8 world's most remote tribes. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.